All right, so we have the November 21st meeting of the Conservation Commission. Will stand and salute the flag, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Thank you all for attending. This is
I came from nice short meetings.
Alan Dean, notice of intent for Old Pine Hill Road, map 43, lot 3, construct gravel roadway with detention pond and swale in the buffer zone. Is anybody here for Mr. Dean? No, it's just Sean.
Yeah, Charlie.
Do we have the green cards? Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, we've already given the green cards.
All right.
Okay. This is, had a file number already, you know, 80117. And this is a residential subdivision. It's got 3 lots, 2 which we built on right away. It's on the west side of Old Pine Hill Road. What we're asking for is work inside the BBW. The existing approved BBW line is right here in green. What we're proposing is basically drainage with a water quality pond over here to capture all the drainage and everything from the subdivision and basic discharge, and we're out of the 25-foot no activity zone for the watering vegetative buffer. So it's a very simple drainage plan. There's an existing swale that already comes down here. It's going to come down into the driveways and also pitch down. Basically, this is a berm. It's just going to collect water and collect this in the water quality pond and then eventually fill up and discharge to the wetlands. So it's a very simple design and it's a very simple plan, I think. So.
All right, Chris?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is Alan Dean, Old Pine Hill Road. This is going to be called Inheritance Way or Inheritance Lane. This is a notice of intent application filed by Northeast Engineers and Consultants with Sean Leach representing. The court date is November 17th, 2023. The file number for this project is SE802709 with no adverse comments. This is a planning board approved subdivision before you as well. Site visit was on also November 17th, 2023. Description of the work: the owner has a wetland line approval for the proposed project. The application is to construct a gravel access road called Inheritance Lane to the town of Westport's secondary roadway standards. The site slopes down from Old Pine Hill Road. An existing gravel roadway will be upgraded to meet the planning board design requirements. The road design includes a hammerhead turnaround at the end of the proposed lane. Roadway will be graded and stormwater basins designed along the south end of the site. The drainage swale will be designed to convey stormwater off access and over to the basin. Erosion controls will be placed below work proposed and shall be the limit of all work. No homes are approved on this application. This is just the stormwater drainage basin, the swale, and the grading for the roadway that may be within 100 feet of this wetland. So recommendations, seeing they have a file number, Mr. Chairman, the Westport Conservation Commission should approve with standard conditions for the gravel roadway and drainage basin in the buffer zone.
Okay.
For Alan Dean.
Any questions, Sean?
No. I just want to mention that the reason we're showing houses here is just for the detention drain design to make sure the pond's big enough. We're hoping that nothing changes in that aspect.
Okay. Any questions from the audience? No. Questions from the table?
So just one question, Sean. Could you move it maybe like 400 yards, sort of the east? I have a tree stand that's like...
Yeah. Maybe there's always deer crossing back and forth through here. It's funny, this roadway goes through and it shows up on your Google, if you use Google Maps or you use Waze, and the number of FedEx drivers that come down this driveway and get stuck on that laneway is incredible. Really.
God's honest truth, they had a guy that almost made it to the other side. He buried the thing in the swamp.
Yeah.
They did everything they could to get him out.
As nasty as that swamp is, if you bushwhack enough, you'll find like an old trail.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
No, so that's kind of
It's a very historic road, as you just mentioned. This actually road was given to the Continental Army in order to get from Old Pine Hill Road down to the river, because this was all Wilcox land and they were British sympathizers.
All right.
That's why the lane.
Nice little history lesson. Anybody else have any questions?
Wow. That was my only question.
Okay. So no to the moving it. All right. Take a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a second? Second. Second, Tom. All those in favor? All right, that's unanimous. I was gonna say Leon, but Leon's here in spirit.
Who is that? Who made the motions? Here I am.
I made
Jason
it,
and Tom.
And Tom
Jason,
second.
thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, Gabby Rami, notice of intent for Bluebird Lane, map 12, lot 112A, construct single-family dwelling in the buffer zone. How are you doing, George? Good. All right.
Take me home.
George, we just need the green cards when you're done with that, buddy.
I'm sorry?
The abutter notification
Yeah.
cards? Okay.
Listen to receipt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before the record, my name is George Ayub. I designed the septic system on the subject lot. Well, Gabby, I got some reduced plan easier to read, gentlemen, okay?
Sure,
Okay.
thank you.
It's easier, you know, the blue is the wetland line, the two yellows are
Thank you. Sure, we'll pass them down.
yeah, 25 and 50. We got wetlands on the tree side, basically around that property. And the wetland has been flagged by Jim Walsh a couple of years ago. And we're proposing a single three-bedroom house. No work will be done within 25 feet. Within 50 feet, we'll be doing minor filling and grading. The house and the well will be outside the 50-foot buffer, and the septic system will be outside the 100-foot buffer line. I'm proposing a singular system with denitrification, and we have recharge area for roof drain. Basically, a straightforward house. Since this is located within the Westport watershed area, I'm proposing singular denitrification system. Yeah. And that's it, gentlemen. We'll be using, we'll be placing silt fence, silt sock at 25 foot. And that's it.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Gabby Rami, this is Bluebird Lane, lot 112A. This is a pre-existing lot. This is a notice of intent application filed by George Ayub. The report date is November 17th, 2023. I apologize, the file number is actually 2710, SC802710, not 09. Site visit was also on November 17th, 2023. Description of the work: the owner has filed to construct a single-family home, well, and grading in the buffer zone. The wetland line has been agreed to and approved prior to this application. The work for the single-family home at its closest point will be 52 feet from the wetland, and the well will be 80. The grading will extend closer with a retaining wall proposed on the north side, 30 feet from the bordering vegetated wetland. The plan shows a 25-foot no-activity area along the resource area. A row of boulders and/or split fence should be placed at the 25-foot no-activity edge as a potential condition for this project, Mr. Chairman. I think that's a good choice for this tight lot. Recommendations: Westport Conservation should approve the proposed single-family home well and retaining wall with conditions boulders or fence be placed at the 25-foot no-activity zone along the entire boundary as a condition. And also roof runoff into the dry well system as George has designed. That is all, Mr. Chairman.
Any questions, George?
No.
Any questions from the table, comments?
Well, my comment is, I guess that is a lot of fence or a wall, because I don't know how big the property is, but it's kind of going around the entire, because there's a 25-foot buffer zone mark, so the blue line is the wetland line, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's going around the entire property.
At three sites, basically. We got, yeah,
So, I mean, at least, so I don't know how just know what the economics of that would be. I could
If I
see
may say
boulders
quickly.
demarcating it, but I don't know
Yeah.
if you really built a solid split rail fence along that
How
60,000.
about rocks, maybe some rocks at the 20,
I mentioned rocks or split rail fence. I know he's gonna find rocks. The last project, they got more boulders than they needed, so that is my anticipation, but.
Right,
probably rocks is easier, potential rocks
Yeah.
around it.
Right, so we'll, if that's okay, Phil, we'll let George, work it out with Chris
right,
in the field.
yeah, okay.
So on the left side of this, that's a different lot, right, where the metal rod benchmark is, that's the edge of this lot. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
so how do they, their access must come from there through that other lot, that's the only way they could have access to it, right? Because there's wetlands on three sides.
So here's the driveway.
Yeah, the wetland starts
Oh,
here,
way down there at the,
Yeah.
goes around.
down at the bottom of the plan, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the driveway's,
See
there's
that.
a driveway goes right up to that, from whatever that.
The existing cul-de-sac for this development is within the wetland, so it was never built. This road is kind of just it goes to a 90, goes to a driveway, just where George's fingers are.
This is the
There's,
property.
yep, there's another driveway that goes off to the,
There's an existing driveway right now there, anyway.
correct.
Small
And
one.
and there's another driveway that goes to another house, yes, so
Yeah.
it looks a little deceiving on the plan, but they just never put that cul-de-sac in place.
Is there a structure or something on that property right now?
There's a shed on it that
Okay.
Mr.
They
Ferrera put over the property line. George owns both lots.
So that piece.
So yes, so he built a shed onto this lot. So if you go to the site, it looks deceiving too, but half the lawn of Mr. Ferrera's is part of this lot.
And he owned both of those lots?
Yes, now he sold this lot to Gabby Rami, and he resides in the one just adjacent
South
to
or
it,
whatever.
yes.
So I'll move to approve the plan for lot 112A, Bluebird Lane, subject to establishing a demarcation from the 25-foot buffer zone.
all right, do we have a second?
Second,
All right, that's Bert, all those in favor?
I-
Opposed?
Opposed.
All right,
Thank
so,
you.
Jake opposed. Okay.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Jimmy House, I mean, you're not, you're in 100 foot buffer zone. Yeah. I mean, you're putting a house in the buffer zone. Essentially.
That's good hearing, huh?
Eric Raposo, Anrad, Hicksbridge Road to determine if resource area is accurately depicted on the plan.
What's on it? Yeah, this is discretion. Yes. So.
I just want to mention, Mr. Chairman, that this is a continuance of.
Oh, I'm
said-
sorry. This is a continuance of SE 80, is this the right one? Yeah, SE 80, 2708. Thank you, Chris. Sean, whenever you're ready.
Okay, Sean Leach, North Engineers, representing Eric and Jillian Reposo. This is a lot at the end of High Ridge Road, which is off of Pine Hill Road. It wraps around, comes back around. Mr. Reposo has divided up this parcel into 3 lots. We haven't unearthed it yet. Chris is asking that we delineate the wetlands, so we had ECR go out, delineate the wetlands, the soil borings. The line you see here is that line, it's a pretty extensive line. He kind of went way off the property over here, but regardless of that, that's what the wetlands is, and we just look at it and accept it as is.
I didn't realize you went all the way back, I didn't look at it back here.
And he went all the way.
I didn't look at it on this lot.
Pretty much the line.
Yeah, but this is
Oh,
actually
it's
part
not
of the
as opposed?
development, his existing lot, or you just call it lot 3
Yeah,
because?
it's lots of that's part of
Alright,
it.
I didn't follow, I'm just going like from here to that way.
Yeah.
Because he's got an existing house there, so. Mr. Chairman, if I may, this was a continued hearing, Mr. Chairman, for lack of having the green cards last week. Mr. Leach has provided those, so this is Eric Raposo. High Ridge Road, this is abbreviated notice of resource area delineation filed by NEC. with Sean Leak representing. Date of the report is October 31st, 2023. The file number is SC 802708. The site visit was also on October 31st, 2023. Description of the work: the owner has purchased a portion of the property located at the end of High Ridge Road. The bordering vegetated wetland was delineated in the field by Brad Holmes from ECR. The wetland line A1 through A116 was walked and determined to be accurate as shown. The DEP data sheets have been provided to support the line in accordance with the regulations. This is no work is proposed for this activity. Recommendations: the Westport Conservation Commission should approve the wetland line A1 through A116 as shown on the plan dated June 1st, 2023, and issue an order of resource area delineation for SE 802708. That is all, Mr. Chairman.
Question, Sean? Questions on the table, motion?
So I'll move to approve the wetland delineation line set out in the plan and for the commission to issue an ORAD.
Thank you, Phil. Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Second from Jason. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous.
Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
You too, Sean. It was a pleasure.
Make sure you answer your phone.
But at home,
Man, I think the battery's dead. Okay, move on. John Nelson, SE 802370, 662 Old Harbor Road, certificate of compliance. Do we need anybody here for this, Chris, or you gonna
No,
do
we
it?
don't. This is simple, Mr. Chairman. This is an existing residence that was constructed 662 Old Harbor Road, John Nelson, file number SE 802370. They're requesting a certificate of compliance. Site visit was done on 11/15/2023. Description of the work: the owner has filed requesting a certificate of compliance for work conducted in the buffer zone. The single-family house was completed in 2021, and the wall stone was used to relocate the wall in front of the home. The homeowner actually took a boundary wall and removed the stone with the agreement of the neighbor to use the stone to build a wall in front of this new structure. That activity was in the buffer zone. The work along that BVW boundary is fully vegetated and stabilized. There's no further issues with that. So recommendations: Westport Conservation Commission should issue a full certificate of compliance as work has been completed according to the plan of record for file number SE 802370.
All right, any questions? If not, a motion?
I move we issue a full certificate of compliance.
Thank you, Bart. Do you have a second?
second.
Who's that, Kevin or Tom?
Tom.
Bart and Tom. All right, all's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. Keep wanting to say Leon.
Leon,
Leon, unanimous.
should be happy that you keep mentioning her name, guys. So let's get it on the record.
Okay.
Took her desk away.
Where's the desk, actually? Oh, it's right over there. Okay, so we have extensions. Poor Man's Cove,
No way.
SE 802536,
Well,
1546 F and G Drift
that's kind of
Road.
symbolic.
Poor Man's Cove. extension.
Poor Man's Cove, Mr. Chairman. This is an extension, again, 1546 F and G. Report date is 11/15/2023. The file number for Poor Man's Cove is SE 802536. The owner is requesting an extension to the order of conditions for 3 years. The applicant owner has not constructed the pier that has been approved for this file number. So recommendations: the Westport Conservation Commission should issue a 3-year extension for file number SE 802536. And that's Poor Man's Cove.
You said it was a pier?
I believe it is.
What's the street address? What street?
Where's Poor Man's Cove?
Is it,
1546
The
F and G.
Drift Road?
Yeah.
Drift.
Oh,
yeah.
obviously not Poor Man,
Could be
What's
Rich.
F&G?
though. Rich Man's Cove.
All right. Do we have any questions? If not, a motion? Jake, is that a motion?
Yeah.
Oh, Jake made a motion. Well,
I'll second it.
it's Christmas. We have a motion from Jake, second from Jason. All those in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
All right, that's unanimously owned.
Probably opposed the original.
Jake and Jason.
You do
I'm
look
writing
like
these down
double
too, in case
standards.
in case
Thank you,
miss it.
Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome. It's my Christmas gift to you.
It is lovely.
All right, next we have Phyllis Rusconi, SE 802337, 145 West Beach Road. That is also an extension.
Correct, Mr. Chairman. This is an extension for Phyllis Rasconi, 145 West Beach Road, file number SE 802337. This project is to continue to allow the owner to maintain the order of conditions in the cobble berm that was placed in front of the property on West Beach Road. All the neighbors have participated in this activity, and they all keep their permits active in case there is a storm that dislodges or causes damage to that berm structure. Recommendations, the Westport Conservation Commission should issue a 3-year extension to file number SE 802337. Phyllis Rasconi.
Motion to approve.
Second.
That was Jake and Phil. All in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous. Thank you, Leon. Write this down. Jake, Phil. This is gonna go on the record books, Jake.
I like to do honeys each.
Fantastic.
So that,
He's trying to repent
that
about the
project is one that
opposition
never
to
can
the
really
plans
be
ago.
completed. They're just gonna have to keep maintaining it when storms come, et cetera.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Do we-
We kind of keep it open for that purpose, trying to
Yeah.
be conscientious that it may happen instead of closing it out.
Yeah.
How many extensions do we allow as on the original before they have to come in for?
East Beach, we're very generous, so
Okay.
I don't know if there is actually a cutoff technically under the regulations. I think it's on discretionary basis by the commission. So if it's a repetitive activity that's not done only in the need of maintenance, I think it makes sense. But if it was for a person that is continually extending, maybe a septic design or such that may change over time with the regulations changing, I wouldn't recommend it, so.
All right. Does anybody need a calendar for the meetings for 2024? Who might not have been here last meeting? Phil, you need one?
No, it was given out last time.
Oh, you want it,
Yeah,
okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I have a calendar, please. That was not at the last meeting.
Oh, you want it?
Please.
All right, we have some bills to pay. We have forestry supplies, $73.14. Into Paretham was the ticks, a lot of ticks out still. Do we have a motion to pay $73.14?
Motion to pay.
Thank you. You have a second? That was Phil? All right. All those in favor? Opposed? All right, that's unanimous. Do you have me right on here who's who made the motion? Or are you gonna be able to handle it?
Who made the motion on that
Kevin
one?
and Phil.
Kevin, Phil, all right, thank you.
Okay, next we have clothing for the woods. And I'm just walking through all the tick infested woods in Westport. I give you more credit for that. $59. We have a motion to pay for a jacket.
Motion to pay.
All right. Do we have a second?
Second it.
Do we have Jason and
Burke.
Burke? Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Next we have East Bay Media, $123 for, looks like 2 hearings. Do we have a motion to pay?
Motion to pay.
Okay, Kevin, you have a second? Second, Tom. All in favor? All right. We have postage, $132 for postage, for mailing out orders and such.
Well, Mr. Chairman, just for the record, stamps are going up again, just for all those people
Was it
that's,
66 cents now?
yeah, they bumped it up again,
68 cents.
that's how you make revenue.
Yeah,
They still lose about
Yeah,
7
they still
billion.
can't run the
Yeah, post
system.
office. Correct.
I'm gonna put you guys in charge.
Oh, you don't want
So
that.
the whole key is to have a huge stash of old first-class stamps, because they keep honoring the old ones.
Well, they have
Forever
the press
stamps?
stamp.
Oh, that's why they call it the
I just
forever
keep- I
stamp,
just keep
Jason?
Finding piles of old stamps.
So Jason,
Yeah.
Jason, there's a new business opportunity for you.
Arbitrage.
You
Can
can
I-
buy like $1 million worth of stamps
Yeah,
before they go up,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
sell them at a discount off the new price and make maybe a penny a stamp.
Yeah, it's like buying futures.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we have a motion to pay for $132 for postage. that from you, Jason? Did you make that motion?
I
did.
Yeah.
Okay, who was second?
Second.
Second from Kevin, all in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
All right. New business opportunity, I like it.
Yes.
Have a good business plan tomorrow morning?
Can you front the money?
What's that?
Can you front as the money?
I'll have to ask my wife. Let's see here. We have minutes from November 7th. The only person not here was Mr. McGuigan, so we can take a motion to accept the minutes.
What is that, 11-7?
11/7, yeah.
Motion to accept.
Thank you. Do you have a second?
Second.
Kevin and Jason. All right. All those in favor? Opposed? All right. We have, these things have been lingering. People are gonna think we don't wanna have these on the public. But let's see who's here for this one.
We can do it, because I think every time
Everyone's
everyone's
here.
here,
Everyone's
everyone's
here.
here, so do it.
So I was here, Jake was here, Kevin and Tom.
And the date of this one is?
9/12.
Motion
Wow.
approved.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? All right,
Who was
beautiful.
that, Jake, Tom?
Jake and Tom.
Sounds good.
2 turkeys. Jake and Tom.
Ah, he's nice. Get the camera visor on.
He's freaking going good.
That's his new career.
His new
comedian.
career, yeah. Look at him, he's got, yeah.
All right, what do we have from you, Chris?
I have nothing, Mr. Chairman, except a happy Thanksgiving to you all.
All right,
Back at you.
Yes.
well, if that's it, then look for a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
All right, that was from from Bert, and Phil seconded it. All right. Phil, you did second it, didn't you?
Sure did.
Burton had his hand up my,
Oh, did he have the little strings, he had the little puck?
Yeah.
All those in favor? Opposed? All right, that's unanimous.